Hey you guys, I'm back today with a video on a brand that I really enjoy. I've talked about it numerous times on my channel. I've tried a ton of the products from this brand, and I don't think I've ever been let down. I can't even think of one product from them I have disliked or been a little bit lackluster about. I literally can't think of a single one. And the brand that I'm talking about is Merit. And I have talked about them, and I'm not going to stop talking about them because I feel like they do a great job of products that make your skin feel like your skin, but better. And when you guys see where I start and where I finish, which is here, I think you guys are going to be really impressed because right now I'm having a very bad autoimmune flare-up, and so my skin is very red, very agitated. I have rosacea, but I also kind of get like the lupus rash that sits over your nose and cheeks. I don't know, for those of you that have lupus, you'll probably understand exactly what I'm talking about. For those of you that don't, or maybe have a friend, it's a real problem. You get kind of this redness that goes across the bridge of your nose and up your cheeks. It is so unflattering, and it's very frustrating as a skin problem to deal with amongst all the other issues that you have that come with autoimmune diseases. However, I am really impressed with some of the stuff, with every single thing that I've tried. A spoiler alert, I'm very impressed with every single thing that I've tried today and yesterday and before that I'm going to be sharing with you guys. I really wanted to do so now because they're getting ready to have their Black Friday and Cyber Monday sale, and it's a great time to save money on products that I feel are worth it. So some of the things that are good is that they will be having a sale, and they do have free shipping over $40, and if it's your first purchase with them, you do actually get this really cool little bag. And it's kind of like a corduroy. It's very cute. I showed it in one of my prior videos, so check out my playlist so you can see that a little bit. The products I'm going to talk about mostly today were sent to me, so being totally transparent with you guys, they were sent to me. I will also have a place down below that you can shop them directly. It will be down in my description box. I will receive a little bit of a commission from that, so keep that in mind if you are not comfortable doing that. In fact, I've done away with my affiliations altogether, and I was willing to do that with this one, so it will be down there for you guys to use. If you aren't comfortable doing that, you can always search them straight from Google, but it makes it easy for you to shop, and it's right down there, and it does help out your girl. How you doing? First thing I'm going to talk about with you guys, and I'll put somewhere on the screen so you can see me on the screen so you guys can see me using it, is the Great Skin Priming Moisturizer. Now, I typically, I think I still have one up here. I have another one that I've tried. I've tried a bunch of priming moisturizers. Let me just put that out to you. So far, I think that this is going to be a new favorite. I think it's going to be one that I'm going to use. When this bottle is gone, I'm going to repurchase this. When you see what my skin looked like at the start of this video and what it looks like now, I think you will agree that the performance of my foundation, yes, it's fine, and I use my foundation all the time, but my skin is particularly bad right now with all the things that I already explained to you. And I also have a lot of breakouts going on, and they're dry. Like, it's that drying, crusty, awful stage. And this did such a good job of setting down, like, a layer of moisture that was a little grippy, but not sticky or annoying or anything like that on my skin. There was no fragrance, anything like that. And I feel like my foundation applied so much better. I don't know a good way to explain it. Like, I like my foundation. I actually wanted to use the Merit foundation today, but I could not find it. I have it, and I actually really enjoy it, but I could not find it. So instead, I just used one of the ones I normally do. And from the last time I applied it to today, I will not go a day without using this again. This was fantastic. 100% well worth the money. The other thing I'm going to mention, because it was sitting right over here and I used it, is really good as well. This is Merit the Great Skin Instant Glow Serum, and I do really enjoy this as well, especially when I'm having those flares. I feel like it does a nice job of kind of calming down my skin, which is very strange because I don't know why it would do that, but it tends to. So the only thing, and I did say this when I was talking about it and putting it on, is that I prefer that it's in the glass bottle. I wish this were in a glass bottle. As far as the packaging, I do still really, really like it. It definitely gets fingerprints on it on the gold part, so maybe next time do like a matte gold, but with glass. I would love that. I think that would be really cool. So that's just my future notes on that. But as far as performance, this is something I will repurchase. 100% will repurchase. The next thing that I gave a shot today, and I did use some other stuff from them as well, like I used their foundation brush, which I'm a big fan of, and I used it to apply the priming moisturizer, and then I also used it to apply my foundation. I just feel like this is a great brush. It's very dense and soft, and my skin is already very inflamed and irritated, so it did a nice job of putting everything down without irritating my skin any further, which you'll also be able to see when I'm playing this little video wherever I'm going to stick it. The other thing I gave a shot to today, which I'm very impressed with, was their Clean Lash Lengthening Tubing Mascara. And it's funny, as I was applying it, I was like, this reminds me of a tubing mascara. This is very lengthening. And I saw the Clean Lash part, but I hadn't seen the tubing lengthening part. And I was like, this is reminding me of this. This is reminding me of that. And then I read the rest of the label, and I was like, oh, okay, this does exactly what it says it's going to do. So, great job. I felt like the wand on here was absolutely perfect. And I'm just going to say, like, this is a weird preference thing. I like them when they're about, like, this thickness or even a little bit smaller. I don't like the weird shapes. I don't like them being curved. I know that has to do with the formulation as well. But for me, I really think that this brush performs well. And the formula is nice too. It's very thin. It does not get clumpy. It does not thicken your lashes. I'm only wearing just a mascara. I don't curl my lashes. I don't do anything like that. But I feel like I got some great length, honestly, because you'll see as I pop a little video down here for you or wherever it's going, my eyelashes are very stubby. They're very sparse. They're really thin. They're sad. They're like exactly what you want as a before and after. So that you can actually see how something is applying and working and performing, because so often you get those mascara commercials where they already have beautiful lashes before and then they're even more fantastic after. Well, I don't have those fantastic lashes before. So I feel like somebody like me would be a great candidate for something like that. I do feel like you did a good job. I think this with a thickening or like a full mascara would be perfect. Two together. I always pretty much use two mascaras every day anyway, so that's what I would do every day normally anyway. I just prefer to do that. It's a strange thing, I sent that, but that's okay. I love the packaging. It is really sleek. It kind of reminds me a little bit of a few of my fragrance roller balls, just a little bit, but I'm not mad about that. Another thing I use today that I've talked about on my channel numerous times, and it reminds me a lot of another product that I used to like, but I didn't really love the brand. This is their signature lip. It's a lightweight lipstick, and this is 1990. One of my favorite shades. It's awesome. I'm wearing it right now. It's perfect for the time of the year where it is dry, it's dead, it's dull, everything's dying outside, it's freezing. I feel like it does a great job getting into the lines of my lips, and it's very moisturizing. It's very, like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's soothing. And there is a Pat McGrath formulation. It's their Lip Divinals, I feel like is what it's called, that is identical. Like the exact same texture on the mouth, same performance, but I much prefer supporting Merit. So that's where I'm sitting on that. That's what I've got on my lips right now. I think it is beautiful. The very last time I was extremely excited to be sent because I am kind of a fragrance junkie. I don't know if anybody else feels like that. I don't know if anybody else is excited about every single scent out there, and if they could smell everyone, that they would. But that's me. So this is the fragrance from Merit. It's called Retrospect. There is two parts of the packaging. This is the outer part, and it's just like an outer box. It's got some of the information, talks about the notes and what it smells like and things like that. And then the inside comes with this box that reminds me of a really fancy jewelry or watch box a little bit. Inside that, it's the perfume, which you guys, the packaging, let's talk about the packaging. Let's start there. It is glass, it's really luxe, it's well shaped, it's aesthetically pleasing. I think it's beautiful. But the fragrance on the inside is so good. Like, I need to smell it right now. The twist off is a little strange. I don't think it's actually supposed to be a twist off. So the lid is a little bit strange. It's kind of like I have to turn to the side to pull it off. You may not actually have to do that, but that's just what I have to do. I love the shape of it, but I wish it was a little easier to pull off for somebody like me that has a little bit of a rheumatoid arthritis thing going on and has issues with like opening stuff. So it's just a small nitpick thing. But the fragrance is, to me, and I'm sure it was not meant to be, it's an exact dupe for a favorite of mine probably from 15 years ago. And I don't even remember the name of it at this point, but I can tell you what brand it was. It was Elizabeth & James. It was a white bottle, and it had like gold with it or whatever. And I loved it. It smells identical to this. I might have a sample or a travel size of that somewhere, and if I do, I could bring it up, but I don't right this second. It smells identical, and I really hope that they develop more fragrances because I would be extremely interested to see what they're going to do. I would love to do some layering aspects with their fragrance, at least after trying this one. To me, this one is it's warm and spicy, definitely spicy. There's certainly cinnamon in here. It's a little bit floral and a little bit citrusy. I really like it. I feel like it is the perfect fragrance for this time of the year. It's great for fall, it's great for winter. I mean, you can wear it whenever strikes your fancy. But I feel like right now, this is what I'm wearing on Thanksgiving, it's going to be a showstopper, and the longevity on this is insane. Because it is a pricier formula, and there's a lot of perfumes out there, and you'll spend $200 on them, or you'll spend $150 on them. And it's frustrating when you drop any amount of money on perfume, and it does not last more than 2 to 4 hours. This is not the case for this perfume. When I got it, I think all of this showed up at like 10 a.m. and I sprayed it immediately. I sprayed it onto my sweater, and I did just one spritz, and I went and I worked at my grandma's house, and I worked around the house, and I was very busy, and I could smell it the whole day. When I got home, it was just as strong as it was when I first sprayed it, one spray, and if I wouldn't have thrown it into the wash and I just put it on today, it probably would have smelled just as strong. That's where I'm thinking. So too often I feel like you're overspending for stuff that is just not going to last, and that is not the case for this. I feel like a little bit's going to go a very, very long way, and the smell is it's beautiful. I really like it. It's unfortunate that fragrance is not something that you can properly explained through a camera, unfortunately. But let me just tell you, it's a fast favorite. I love it. It's my precious. And I hope that they release more of these. I would be very excited. I want to swing back, and I know I've already talked about it, but I would like to swing back to this briefly. Merritt, if you watch this video, pretty please, I love all of your skin stuff. Like, all of your skincare stuff is fantastic. Will you please come up with something that's color correcting and primer or anti-aging for the eye area? I would love to have something like that. I could really use that. I've hit that age in my life where I need it. So just putting that out there in the universe. Again, these items were sent to me, but my thoughts are my own. If I didn't like something, or if there were things that I did talk about that I thought could be changed maybe in the future that I would prefer, I will always be honest with you guys. It's just where I sit on it. Again, I will have a link you can shop down below in my description box, and I do get a little bit of a kickback if you use it. If it makes you uncomfortable, please just ignore that down there and shop from Google or shop from Sephora. You can definitely do that. If you shop directly from the page, you're going to save some money because they're going to be having a percentage off sale, and they will also be having free shipping over $40. And if it's your first purchase, you're going to get that free bag, which is really cute. So, with that being said, I hope that this was helpful to you guys. I am really curious if you tried Merritt, if you've tried any of these products, if you like any of them as much as I do. I especially really want to know if you've tried the perfume or if you've tried the priming moisturizer, because for me, I feel like this is like, I need it. I don't want it. I need it. It's going to be with me forever. But with that being said, may the odds be ever in your favor for Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and I hope that everybody's staying safe and healthy and enjoys a great holiday. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.